Yeah, just to beat three world champions in a row was just made it even more special.
Same Scott. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. History made at Players' Championship
Beau
11.
Greaves.
Beau Greaves.
Beau Greaves just destroyed three former world champions in one day, and darts may need a second to understand what actually happened. A 22-year-old walked into Players' Championship 11 in Milton Keynes, faced Rob Cross, Gary Anderson, and Michael Smith, then left as the first woman ever to win a PDC ranking title. That is a historic breakthrough, and she did it against men who know exactly what championship pressure feels like.
Beau Greaves becoming the first woman to win a PDC ranking event. That's when she beat Michael Smith in the final of the Players' Championship 11 in Milton Keynes.
Let's start with the obvious. This was not some soft little headline where people clap politely and move on. Beau won a real PDC ranking event. Same stage, same pressure, same brutal professional environment, same men fighting for the same title. She did not get handed a shortcut. She earned it by beating players with world titles, big reputations, and years of elite experience behind them.
Do it, you had to defeat three former world champions, then you won the tournament by finishing with a 1-4-2 checkout. What were the nerves like? How did you make it through and get the win?
Yeah, I don't know. When I woke up that day, I just felt really chilled, really comfortable.
That is why this win feels so important. Beau did not just beat one famous name and then sneak through the rest of the day. She beat three former world champions in one run. Rob Cross, Gary Anderson, Michael Smith. Say those names slowly, and it sounds even crazier. These are not random tour players having a casual afternoon. These are men who have stood under the brightest lights in darts and won the biggest prizes.
She beat Rob Cross, Gary Anderson, and Michael Smith. Beau is 22. She beat three former world champions at the Players' Championship.
And Beau handled it like she belonged there, because she did. That is the part I love most about this story. She did not need a long speech about respect. She did not need anyone to protect her. She just stepped up, threw her darts, and forced the sport to look at the scoreboard. In darts, the board does not care about reputation. It does not care about gender. It only cares whether you hit your targets.
Yeah, obviously it's absolutely amazing. Still in a bit of shock now, and obviously, yeah, something that I can obviously look back on and remember forever. And yeah, I was just absolutely chuffed, and yeah, it'll take me a while to get over it, I think.
That is where Beau just exposed the lazy conversation around women in darts. People love to talk like the gap is some mysterious wall that can never be crossed. Then Beau walks in at 22 years old and beats three former world champions in one day. So what are we supposed to do now? Pretend it did not happen? Act like the board malfunctioned? Come on. She made the argument with her hand, not her mouth.
And yeah, just the finish at the end was probably the best three darts I've thrown ever. So, but sometimes moments like that just happen.
And the names make the achievement even bigger. Rob Cross brings major title class. Gary Anderson brings experience, timing, and that calm danger only legends carry. Michael Smith brings power scoring and modern world champion status. Beau had to go through that level of quality and still keep her own game together. That takes more than talent. That takes nerve. That takes focus. That takes a player who is ready for the moment before the world fully admits it.
The more women that play, the more there's going to be competition. By you playing more and more in the men's game and having to score heavily and having to keep a level of attainment to be able to keep up in a certain level is going to raise your game, and then people coming alongside you will raise their game.
Beau's own reaction tells you she understands the size of the moment, but she is not acting like some loud superstar who needs a parade every 5 minutes. She sounds grounded, almost surprised. And that makes the whole thing more human.
For one, Beau Greaves, who's made history as the first woman to win a PDC ranking title.
She also said she has never been the most confident person, even though she has always believed in her ability. That line says a lot. Because imagine beating Cross, Anderson, and Smith while still feeling like you could use more confidence. That is scary for everyone else. If this is Beau before she fully unlocks that belief, then what happens when she starts walking into these events knowing she can tear through the field?
You also became the first woman to throw a 9-darter in the PDC Pro Tour back in February. What do you put your success down to? Do you feel like your game's reached another level this year?
Yeah, I think I'm definitely trying to push myself a bit more. I'm trying to work a bit harder and stuff. And
Now let's talk about Michael Smith, because he became the final obstacle between Beau and history. And to be fair, Michael was not some easy final opponent. The match was an 8-7 nail-biter. That means Beau had to win under real pressure. No comfortable stroll, no easy ending. Every leg mattered, every missed chance felt bigger, and every dart carried the weight of what was about to happen.
I mean, how about that? As far as the match against Smith was concerned, it was a nail-biter, 8-7 victory over Smith in the final with a stunning 1-4-2 checkout.
Smith had been playing well that day too. The commentary mentioned his best average of the day was 97.74. They talked about how he had been working hard behind the scenes to get back to his former glories. So this was not Beau beating a player who had given up. Michael was there to win. He wanted that title. He wanted his own statement. Then Beau arrived and turned his comeback story into her history lesson.
Absolutely fantastic today. His best average of the day, 97.74. It's a game that everyone will remember. It was an absolute
Near the end, Smith had 77 left, and the commentary was still praising his darts. He looked close. He looked dangerous. He looked like a former world champion trying to finish the job. Then Beau was left on 142, and suddenly the whole atmosphere changed. You could feel it. That was the moment where the match stopped, being just a final, and became something people were going to remember. A 142 checkout in the final against Michael Smith to become the first woman to win a PDC Pro Tour ranking title. That is not just good finishing. That is cold. That is the kind of moment that makes the opponent stand there thinking, of course she hit that now. Poor Michael looked like a man who had just realized he was on the wrong side of a historic clip.
Do you feel like there's more pressure on you as a woman in what is a male-dominated sport?
yeah, in a way. But I've always tried to just concentrate on myself. But it definitely comes to maybe, obviously, Fallon had.
She simply showed the sport what is possible when talent gets the right platform. That matters because women in darts are still fighting against numbers, visibility, and old assumptions. Beau herself said there is no real physical reason women cannot compete with men in darts. That line is powerful because it cuts through all the lazy excuses people throw around when they do not want to admit the system has been uneven for years.
I mean, that's just it though. You are still just 22 years old. I mean, there's a bit of a young crop of exciting talent coming through. Darts players are getting younger and younger when you look at yourself and Luke Littler. How excited are you?
And look at the numbers she talked about. Around 480 lads on the PDC tours, and maybe 3 girls. How does anyone look at that and act shocked when the gap exists? Of course, there is a gap when one side has a massive talent pool and the other side is still trying to convince young girls that they even belong there. Beau's win feels so important because it gives those girls proof, not motivation talk, not a cute slogan, real proof with a trophy attached.
For the years ahead and for the place that the sport's in.
Yeah, obviously it's in ladies' darts in a good place as well at the minute, which is always nice. But yeah, I mean, I've played for 12.
That is where the feminism angle comes in naturally. Beau did not stand there asking the sport to lower the level. She basically said, give more women the chance to play, compete, lose, learn, improve, and come back sharper. That is how standards rise. That is how pathways get built. The more girls enter, the more competition grows. The more competition grows, the more dangerous the next generation becomes. Beau is not just winning for herself now. She is making the door look open.
myself, but it's also about obviously other people coming through, and I get a lot of support that way. And yeah, if me playing darts can inspire other people to get into it a bit more, that'd be fantastic.
I mean,
And I like how she handled the poster girl question too. Simon Jordan asked whether she wanted to be the face of something or just a good darts player beating other darts players. Beau gave the perfect answer without making it dramatic. She wants to do well for herself, but she also cares about younger girls coming through. That is the balance. She is not running away from the history, but she is not letting the label swallow her whole either. Please subscribe if you enjoy sharp sports stories like this, because Beau Greaves just gave us one of the best breakthrough moments darts has seen in years. The scary part for everyone else is that Beau is only 22. She has already been playing darts for 12 years, which explains why she looks so calm in situations where others would start shaking. People call her young, and she is, but she is not new. She has years of work behind those throws. That is why this did not feel like a random miracle. It felt like a player finally getting the stage that matched her level.
Beau Greaves becomes the first female player to win a Pro Tour. A quite extraordinary achievement. Can you really believe what's just happened there? First of all, thoughts of Michael Smith. He has been absolutely...
She also already made history earlier this year by becoming the first woman to throw a 9-darter on the PDC Pro Tour in February. So this is not one isolated moment where everything magically went right for one day. This is momentum. This is form. This is a player pushing herself, working harder, and realizing that the highest level is not some fantasy anymore. When milestones start stacking up like that, people need to stop acting surprised. What makes Beau even more dangerous is her mindset. She said she has never been the most confident person, but she knows she has the game. That is such a human thing to say. She is beating elite players while still talking, like someone who is learning to fully believe in herself. Imagine what happens when that confidence catches up with the talent. That is when opponents start seeing her name in the draw and quietly pretending they are fine. She even said she plays better against better players because they bring her game on. I love that. Some players fear the big names. Beau seems to sharpen against them. She does not mind drawing top seeds because, in her words, there is nothing to lose. That mindset is dangerous because pressure usually crushes people who overthink it. Beau turns it into freedom. That is how a young player becomes a real problem for the entire tour.